and then grab another body with a wide angle lens and be ready to go by the time the ball gets to the receiver, if everything.
Wow, that's crazy. So he's literally hot swapping essentially between cameras.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
Okay, we are moving over to LA, the Chargers to be specific. Look at that man right there. He's one of their photographers. He's going to give us an in-depth view on a game day as a photographer for the Chargers. So let's jump into it. But before I jump into it, I want to give a shout out to my boy Mike Barrett, big Chargers fan. I know plenty of other people, but yeah, this one's for you, bud.
You got a little smudge on your lens, or is that a crack? Yeah, right there. Good. Hi, this is Mike Nowak. I've been the Chargers team photographer. It's my 25th year, 524 games in a row, and welcome to my office.
First of all, beautiful office. Crazy how long he's been the team photographer. I'm curious how many amazing Chargers moments were his photos. I'm willing to bet we're going to see that, so.
We all meet in the parking structure at 7 a.m., bringing the gear inside.
Damn, that means he's getting up probably, what, 4:30, 5? This way he can get everything ready to get over there because he's got to probably pack all of his equipment and all that.
And this is the team photo workroom where we'll have the photo, and then we'll have social media, and then the video team. 7 in the morning is, you think it's early because game's at 1, but we have a lot to go through. Basically, it gives us a little time to set up, and if there's any problems, we can fix them. We can get in a situation.
I mean, that's got to be, what, $1 million worth of camera equipment? I mean, every time I hear about prices for cameras, I'm not a photographer, not a photography guy. I can appreciate a good photograph, but yeah, like, it's crazy how much they spend. I can only imagine their bill is through the roof. Of course, everything's digital now, but still, those lenses are crazy expensive. You get guys running India. Apparently they break pretty easy. So yeah, there's a bunch of issues.
Where one of my clamps isn't working, one of my transmitters isn't working, the batteries are dead, can't find a ladder. Photography is basically just problem solving and, you know, trying to eliminate as many problems as possible. Basically, different lenses achieve different looks, even different lighting situations. These are some of the long lenses I use. It's a 400 and a 600. Basically, grabbing something across the field and then shoot something wide, whether it's a celebration shot or a catch right in the corner of the end zone. This would be a good lens for it. And then anything 20 yards in, I have a 7200, which is very versatile. And then probably my favorite lens right now is the 135-1.8. It should just be welded to my camera because I like it that much. With the 400, with a little bit of practice, I could shoot Justin throwing the ball, and looking at his eyes and body language, I can kind of tell if it's going far corner, inside of the end zone, the middle. So as soon as he releases, I can swing this lens around and then grab another body with a wide angle lens and be ready to go by the time the ball gets to the receiver, if everything.
Wow, that's crazy. So he's literally hot swapping essentially between cameras. Wow.
Everything goes right. Right now, everything's packed into my remote bag. We will go down to where the players take the field, and we will set up some remotes.
5.5 hours. Wow.
To help. We're not mounting it on the bolt? No, I'm going to try something different. I'm thinking put the one back there again, but then put one right here, going that way. So, see what happens. I've mounted a camera up underneath the arch on one of these little mounting posts, and I've fired it out on the field. It's kind of cool when the players run out underneath it, get the whole stadium open up.
Yo, that's dope. That is dope, man. Wow. I've never seen that. That is sick.
And then another angle is I mount it back here, facing out this way, which is a great angle. And so this season,
damn, both cold.
They just started using the smoke wall, trying to get as many looks out of it as possible, because when the players come through it, the smoke wraps around their feet, and it almost looks 3D. So we're gonna put a couple remotes up on it and try and take advantage of it. These will be up all day, so I just put fresh batteries in, learned my lesson. I know the sun will be coming in kind of this way, so I'll put in the shutter speed. The game's not for a while, so we just want to make sure that the camera's going to record and be at the right exposure 5 hours from now. I think I'll do these 30th of a second, get a little bit of a blur. And I'll do that one frozen. So what I'll do now to test it, let's turn this on. There you go. One down, one more to go. So the first year we had COVID, and with the restriction, I was the only photographer on the field for the season. I took, I think it was first place for one of my photos that we're hanging up right now.
Wow. Okay, we knew we would get to this, but wow, I didn't know that he was the only. Wow. Okay, we're learning new things. Thank you, Chargers organization, for bringing us this. This is pretty awesome.
I got the whole team coming out onto basically an empty field, empty stands, right before pregame. They look like a river because of the long exposure. It was kind of neat, but everything else is clear. As a photographer, you're kind of focused on trying to make something unique that no one else can get, and that just takes a little bit of trial and error sometimes.
Man, it sounds like he's crushing it. I'm not sure. Your thoughts? Make sure to put them in the comments, though.
Here we go. What I do is I mount this. It's old, but it still works. When I fire my camera, this goes in the hot shoe, it will fire. As you can hear, you can see the red lights go off. Both of them. There you go. We're ready. This is my utility belt. Basically, I store extra batteries, lenses, a water, my flash. Anything I need during the game that I do not need to leave the field and go get. So this is our wireless setup. It's the Ethernet logo, and then we have our wireless. So basically the camera is now connecting to
a hotspot. So this way that hotspot can then transmit it immediately somewhere, I'm assuming?
this little guy. So if I take a picture, if I like that picture, I hit set, which is what I programmed to transmit. So now it says transferring, the light's blinking, and when it's done blinking, it means it's sent. So Emma's our editor, so the photo goes right to her computer, and she can pull the photo I just shot up on her computer. There you go.
Wow, that's pretty dope. I mean, I'm assuming he's taking a bunch of pictures and then he's just dumping them whenever he's done. Does he have to do that manually? Do you think every time for every good picture he like takes one, like say 15, like a burst shot, picks one he likes, and he's like, oh, I like this one, send. Give it a second. Okay, I'm gonna do another one. Okay, one more. It's like, is there a bulk? Because if you're telling me you're doing that individually, man.
Let's do Justin first.
Do you want locker or do you want seat?
We'll just do locker, it's easy. Every game for social media, we do what they call uniform shots. So basically I'll grab 2 or 3 players. This week it'll be Justin. Basically just to show the fans what they're wearing. So powder blue top, white pants. There's no lighting in the locker, so I just bring these along. This one's blue. Drop it in somewhere, add a little blue light. This one is just daylight balance, so just kind of throw it behind there. A little blue light, just adds a little pop to it. The light I put in the background just kind of spruces it up a little bit. So this will be sent right to social, so I'll just transmit it. Light's blinking, and it's sent.
Oh, so he does have to press it one at a time. Wow.
That photo is off, and then it'll be edited up and out onto Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Gotta make sure to grab these lights because I have left them in players' helmets before, so. Just doing a couple empty shots of the locker room. I think fans like to see what it looks like. I mean, we're in here every day. We take it for granted, but people who don't see this very often, it's something special.
I would agree with that. As a Panthers fan, just seeing the pics of the stadium, the locker room, where players just kind of get their rehab and all that other stuff, those little rooms, it's really cool to kind of see in there. as the normal fan, we're not going to make the pilgrimage, to our home team. And some people aren't even in the same country, especially as the game becomes more international. So I think it's something that to be very cognizant of, I'll say, and especially from the photography head. That's amazing to know that he's tapped into what the fans really want. Obviously, I hope we get more of this from more teams. So,
And it is. Usually everybody starts going to their posts. Katie will go up top and shoot tailgate parties. Emma will start editing. Players will start arriving about 9:30. They should be done coming here around 11. After that, I go outside, shoot some pregame. Players will leave the field, player introductions, and then off and run into the game. Morning, morning.
it's interesting to think that they're literally taking it, he's zapping it to the person, they're going to do maybe a quick edit, throw a filter on it or something, and then immediately get it up on Instagram. So you have a process that could go theoretically from shot to post in 5 minutes. That's pretty awesome.
Basically, after we finish player arrivals, the team will be outside stretching. I will try and just capture a few shots of certain guys stretching real quick, transmit those out for social media. This is set up to our dedicated web link, so we have a lot of bandwidth, so we can send photos throughout the game really quick. Pick another one, there you go. And I'll just let the editors pick out the best ones. Just getting
It's that answered my question from before. If he's just doing a burst shot, he could just quickly go with the LAN cable plugged in and just boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's easier.
Down low, I'm shooting really shallow depth of field. So head down. Some of these I know will look better in black and white, facial expressions. I like to shoot long, so I get the snapper's hands on the ball. Then I can shoot through his legs and actually get JK spotting the ball. So look good. Returners will come out first. They usually huddle up right at the end of the tunnel. QBs will huddle up back over here. And they're pretty quick taking the field, so I'll probably shoot a huddle with the long lens and then hug the wall and try and just get facial stuff coming down the hallway.
Who's mic'd up?
Right here.
You?
Yes, sir.
Mic'd up?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Aha. All right, all right.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Look right there, shooting up.
Sticks together, baby. Hey, let's hang out, fly around, have fun, and lean on your brother when it gets tough. And let's do this. Sticks together on 2. 1, 2. Sticks together.
It looks like I'm taking a picture of the ground, but I can see through the viewfinder what's on the back of the screen really quick, and I just transmit. So if everything's working good, I can still focus on the game. I know there's a little bit of a gap between the last group and then defense, so that gives me time to send stuff when I'm out there. If I miss that window, then I'm trying to send stuff all the way through player stretch, and it's too much.
Hey, fellas, you've been blessed with another opportunity to go hit a motherfucker in the mouth. We dominating up front of. Hey, let's go, baby. Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3. Dominate, 3.
So the time management is just on another level then. I mean, if he's literally having like short windows to send photos and everything, before obviously the dump after the game, I'm assuming they're just going to take them all, put them on a hard drive and really go through them. The ones that he missed, of course. But I never even thought about how strenuous this would be. And the fact that they're there 6 hours before a game is just bananas. Bananas.
Let's go, man. We ain't waiting on the ass. Come on. Don't wait. Don't wait, motherfucker. From the first play to the last play. Let's go. Clap this up. Oh, give it to him.
Go get him, bud. I haven't done this shot in a while. We'll see what happens.
Ball fam, are you ready for your Chargers to hit that field? And now it's time to welcome to the field your 2023 Los Angeles Chargers!
One of the things that I'm thinking about right now is he was there 6 hours before the game, 7 a.m. They're still got to go through the 1 o'clock game. He's going to photograph the entire game, halftime, them coming back out after halftime, them leaving the field. I'm assuming then he's going to go to press conferences where he's going to take pictures and possibly even taking pictures of players leaving the facility after the game and all that other stuff. So, good Lord.
And that quarterback, number 10, Justin Herbert!
So right now, for coin toss, I'll try and get low, so I have my screen out, so I can get a really larger than life. And in years past, when the screen wouldn't flip out, you just kind of like shooting by feel. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. This kind of like evens the odds out, so I'm pretty confident I'll get a lot of good pictures. All right, it's game time.
What a fun and fascinating matchup it should be today in Los Angeles as the Detroit Lions come to Southern California to take on the Chargers.
Gotta be so cool to be there, like, especially if somebody hits a fade in the corner, dude's dragging his toes and you just get that perfect shot. I can only imagine. And just their view in general, being on the field, seeing the action, is got to be just something that eventually you take for granted because they've done so many, but you still have got to just be a kid in a candy store just being like, man, this is my job.
Usually it's me and Ty on the road, so I'll take one corner, he'll take the other. Today we have a couple more photographers, so Ty is on the bench area and he'll hang in the high end zone. I'll cover the corner and basically the half of the end zone. And then we have another photographer on the other side. So we have all our bases covered. I'm always like kind of bringing up my other lenses and looking through them to make sure the settings are all the same, because sometimes when you're running, shutter speed or aperture gets changed by hitting your pants or whatever. So this way, I'm sure the camera is gonna work. So if I'm on it with the long lens and I bring it up real quick to get a catch, the camera's already set. So that's Dennis Proy. I've known him for like 25 years.
Hey, shout out Mr. Dennis.
2nd and 8. Pass caught. And that's a first down by Keenan Allen out at the 38.
Right now I'm just transmitting Keenan's first down catch and run, and our editor will have it within a couple seconds.
Going for it right away. Oh, it's tipped away at the last moment.
That having it within a couple seconds thing is game changing. Obviously, all the teams have got to employ it, but it's still super cool.
So you can see right here, from way back here, I got the ball hitting his hand, blocking the pass. So a lot of times with sports photography, it's not the main play that is always the key highlight of the play. Sometimes it's the reactions. Celebrations are great, so you always keep an eye out after the play.
Lions 30. Going for the big one. To the end zone. What a throw. Touchdown, Chargers.
Yeah, he's literally like basically taking that other camera and is putting it down as safely, but literally as quickly as possible to quickly whip out that other one. So it's an interesting skill.
So like I said, that was the touchdown, but then that's the whole sequence of Keenan spiking the ball, which is way better than the touchdown catch. Most of the job, it's hurry up and wait, but then it's also go, go, go. During a game and like pregame, you know what's gonna happen. It's kind of like you can set your clock to it, but during the game, anything can happen, and it usually does. The years I've been shooting, you kind of experience different things, different ways to win, celebrations afterwards, get some of the excitement.
What a sick shot.
And the relief. It's just the whole team aspect going into the locker room of guys being there for each other. It's nice to be able to be in that situation where you can capture things that, you know, most people will never see, and then you can share that with them. So it's great.
A shout out to the Chargers. Shout out to their head of photography. Shout out to everybody over their social media team and all. I had no idea, to be honest, that it was so involved. Of course, you think about it as if somebody on the outside, you're like, it's photography. Just there you go, we're done. No, the level of care, the amount of time they have to be there is just bananas, on top of their literal job requirements and so much more. So I have a newfound respect for NFL photographers. In fact, one day I would love to interview that gentleman right there. But if you ever want to find out if I am able to do that, make sure you subscribe to the socials below. I appreciate you rolling with us, being here at Roll Coverage with me, your host, Nick. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the day. Peace.